The first mass production V8 motor was created by Henry Ford and his team back in the 1930s. Before that, V8 motors were not a common thing in cars and vehicles. They were very rare. And the same way Henry Ford had the idea of mass production with his other cars, he wanted to have engines, V8 motors, also be available to the masses, right? So he had this idea of producing lots of V8 motors and making it available for the public. But the only problem was, how the hell could you do mass produce a bunch of V8 motors? This is back in the 1930s we're talking about, late 1920s, 1930s. Now, V8 freaking Dodge Challenger, Ford Mustang, Chevy Camaro, Corvettes. I mean, I can go name a list of V8 cars, F-150s. You got the Lexus LS400s, BMW V8s is everywhere, right? But back then, it wasn't a mass production thing. And so Henry Ford was trying to produce that. But he was told it couldn't be done. They had tried it. They can't mass produce a freaking V8. You can't freaking do it. And so he went on with this idea. It was something he was going to do. They tried, his team tried, they tried for months. I think even for maybe a couple of years. And the story goes that at some point his engineers and people said, listen, we can't produce this V8 that you're talking about, bro. This shit is not going to work out. Nobody, they all said, look, yo, give up this freaking idea. Nobody believed in this freaking concept. Everybody said, nah, let's do something else. Henry Ford understood the laws of success, the laws of achievement. And he even says it in his quote, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Everybody else thought they couldn't. Henry Ford thought he could. And he said, it's even written in the book, Think and Grow Rich, chapter 2 or 3. He even said it. He said, look, word for word, Henry Ford said, I will have a V8 motor. It's going to be done. By sheer luck or chance or whatever you want to call it, within a few weeks after the persistent declaration of Henry Ford, his engineers, everybody found this secret formula, and boom, boom. Hey, yo, Henry, guess what, bruh? Henry Ford said, what? What's my V8? He said, hey, yo, this shit over here, it starts. And just like that, the V8 motor that Henry Ford wanted, that goal he had was accomplished. Persistence. Whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're right. Everybody else thought they couldn't. He thought he could. And because of that, he accomplished what he wanted to do. What are you thinking about every single day? When you think about a goal or about a dream or something you want to do, are you thinking that you could do it? Or are you thinking that you can't do it? Let me tell you how you know what you're thinking about. Look at your results. Here's one thing I realize about life, right? I'm 41 years old, and there's some things I realize about life. Men lie, women lie. The numbers don't, though. Jay-Z said that. That's a Jay-Z quote. Men lie, women lie, the numbers don't. Which means people say a bunch of stuff online, on YouTube, On Instagram, you have conversations. People talk, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Everybody talks a good game, right? But all you have to do is look at the results. Are people getting what they set out to accomplish? Look at your results. Did you set out to do something and you haven't done it? That tells you what you're thinking about. Results are the name of the game. Even the biblical concept. Judge a fruit, judge a tree right behind me. Judge a tree by the fruits it bears. And I'm not even here preaching about religion. I'm not that guy. That's not me. But I'm preaching facts. You know, I believe that whether somebody is a Christian or an atheist, they can get a lot of great life lessons from the Bible, you know? But it says it in the Bible somewhere, I forgot, in Matthew or something like that. Judge a tree by the fruit it bears. And so people talk a lot, but do they have the results that they preach about? And so if you don't have the results that you want in your life, what are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? Are you pursuing something? Have you tried to pursue something and you haven't started pursuing it? If you haven't started pursuing it, then something held you back. You're going to say, the government held you back. My family members held me back. My bosses held me back. Donald Trump held me back. Joe Biden held me back. My boss held me back. My community held me back. My negative friends and families and neighbors and mommy and cat and dogs and all that shit, they held you back. But you know what really held you back? You held your fucking self back. You held yourself back. That's the truth. You know why you held yourself back? Because your fucking mind, your thoughts got in the way and they stopped you from doing what you were supposed to do. It doesn't matter what you say. You can say whatever you want. People say that all the time. What are you thinking about when you're setting yourself out to accomplish something, or when you say you're going to do something? Whatever you're thinking about, that tells the whole story. So when people say they want to lose 20, 30 pounds, but then they go home and eat a Dorito, some Dorito, bag of Doritos, or some fried chicken with Coca-Cola can, and some donuts, that tells you everything you need to know about what they're thinking about. If somebody says, I'm going to be a millionaire, I'm going to be a millionaire, but every time they have money, they spend all the fucking money, they never invest the money, that tells you everything you need to know about what's going on in their freaking minds. Your thoughts will determine where you go in life. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And the reason why that's a true statement is because what you think about, whether you think about it inside or you speak it out loud, whenever you speak certain words, you're giving your brain commands. And if you say, I can't do that, your brain doesn't want to turn you into a liar. So if you say you can't, your brain will find more of those type of thoughts to reinforce what you've been saying. That's the reason why the verse says life and death is in the tongue. You can speak life or you can speak death. This is all a mind game. This is all a mindset game. So whether you think those thoughts out loud or you think about them inside here, those will determine how you feel. They will determine what kind of actions you take, and your actions will determine what kind of results you get. It all starts with how you think. If you think you can, you're going to take necessary actions to accomplish whatever you want to accomplish. Whatever goals you have, whatever dreams you have, there's certain things you have to do. And if you think a certain way, you're going to do those things that's going to allow you to take those steps to accomplish those goals. But guess what? The same goes with what you think about. If you say you can't do something and you believe you can't do something, well, those same thoughts with those negative beliefs will stop you from taking the first action step. You want to be a writer, and then your brain says, oh, I can't do that. Well, you won't even start writing. You won't even start to write. I have this business idea. I have this new career I want to get into. This new, I want to go into this new skill, this new venture. I want to start my own business, whatever it is you want to do, right? If you decide and you think that, oh, I can't do it, and then you speak about it out loud, you won't even take the necessary actions to start. You won't even get the LLC if you think you can. You won't even start with that, the basic stuff. Get an LLC. You won't even start with that. And so, understand. And I'm gonna cut this video. I don't want to keep rambling about this, because these are very deep subjects that I've been studying over the past couple of years, man. But the reality is this: it doesn't matter what you want to do or accomplish. Whether you think you can or you can't, you're gonna be right. And you're gonna be right based on the fact that whatever you speak or whatever you believe, you will find more of those type of thoughts that will keep multiplying and reinforcing themselves for you to get the outcome that you want. So be very, very careful of what you think about on a daily basis. Be very, very careful what you think about on a daily basis, because your thoughts will pretty much create your reality. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, hit the like button. I really would appreciate it if you got some value out of this video. Share this video with your friends, social media. Help them with their mindset. Most people are not living the life they want, honestly, because of what's going on in here. They think it's other things. It's really not. It's what's going on in here that's stopping most people from living the life that they want. So share this video with a friend. Subscribe to my channel. I'm doing way more weekly videos about mindset, different subjects, but mainly how to get people to get past their mind. Comment below. Let me know what are some of your struggles with right now, what you're trying to overcome right now. Let's have a discussion. All right. And I also have a resource in the description box below. This is a very powerful program that helps people shatter limiting beliefs, that helps people shatter their negative thoughts, and it helps people to reprogram their brains to think the thoughts that they need to think in order to get the results that they want. If you want help with your mindset and with your thinking, this program is a very powerful one that I highly recommend. Go ahead and click the link below this video right now in the description box, and you'll be able to get more information about it. All right? I'll talk to you in another video. Peace.